We're going to be talking about this series, The Catalyst of Change, and it's really about how scientific advances are really going to be at the forefront of changes that are going to be really having a huge impact on your life. We have 4 lectures. We're actually, as I said, trying to experiment today, which will be kind of fun. We're actually going to have 2 lectures doing their kind of a lecture off, or I don't know what the right term is, but they're going to be here. Actually, it's collaborative. They're going to be talking about this really interesting idea of what is the future for humans on Earth as well as life in outer space. And so the experiment is, we've never tried this before, of having 2 esteemed people come and talk about science in a collaborative but also sort of an entertaining way. So tonight's lecture is called Life Beyond Earth, and I'll just really look at the trajectory of life beyond Earth. So without further ado, let me introduce our 2 speakers. Our first speaker is somebody you've seen before on this stage, Chris Impey. Chris is a University Distinguished Professor of Astronomy in the College of Science. He received his graduate and PhD in astronomy from the University of Edinburgh, and he has been a member of the faculty in the Department of Astronomy since 1986. He works mostly in the fields of extragalactic astronomy and observational cosmology, and has over a... Oh, I didn't realize this was going on. Yes. I guess that's what observational astronomy is all about. Dr. Impey has over 170 refereed publications and 70 published conference proceedings. He's written a number of popular science books. I recommend them to you highly, marked by their incorporation of cutting-edge research and the use of vignettes that place the reader in unfamiliar scenes. Our second speaker is Betul Kachar. Betul is actually, I believe, she just informed me that I believe is our youngest speaker in this series. And remember, we've been doing this for 15 years, so we're excited about having Betul here. She's an assistant professor in the Department of Molecular and Cellular Biology, and also in the Department of Astronomy, and that's the connection here you'll see tonight. She received her PhD from the Departments of Chemistry and Biochemistry at Emory Medical School, and this is where I get confused being a physicist. She studied the structure-function relationship of monoamine oxidases, which I Googled, which has something to do with the control of oxidation of drugs. She'll probably explain that better than I. She was a NASA postdoctoral fellow of the NASA Astrobiology Institute and a research group leader at Harvard University Department of Organistic and Evolutionary Biology before coming to the University of Arizona in 2017. So please give a warm welcome to our 2 speakers tonight.
Welcome, everyone. Am I live? We need a mic? Can you hear me now? Okay. So welcome, everyone, to the warm embrace of science on this cold evening. Betul and I are going to give you 2 different takes on life beyond Earth. And between us, we're going to address a couple of pressing questions. One, will we ever leave this planet? And why and how? And second, what are the prospects of life beyond the Earth? What else is out there as we venture for the first time beyond this planet? The theme of this series is Catalyst of Change, and we're really talking about rapid, almost unpredictable change. And to echo what you're going to hear in a couple of weeks, we live on a planet where for a while, luckily it's starting to tail off, the population was expanding exponentially. And as you'll hear in a couple of weeks, the combination of that exponential growth compounded by our exponentially increasing footprint on the planet in industrialized nations is leading us into some tricky terrain. On the right, you see something familiar to all of us, the exponential growth in computational power, which essentially makes computing free. Data is almost free compared to what it used to be. And this is also a very dramatic change, and you'll hear a lot more about this in the 3rd lecture in this series. Now, there's a hazard associated with the left and opportunity on the right, and it's good to keep in perspective in the middle the fact that the world has grown, and as the power of the world has grown, it's got some good consequences. In the last 50 years, 1.5 billion people have been raised above the poverty level due to a combination of medical technology and agricultural technology. So there's some good stories here, but there's also some hazard up ahead. So we'll keep our eyes on these exponentials. Meanwhile, out in space, astronomers have their own exponential, and it stems from the first discovery of a planet beyond our solar system, just in 1995. And you can see that through the last decade,